Welcome back, y'all. This is the Bluechip Breakdown, and I'm your host, Bull. I hope that everyone had a great Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, holiday, whatever you want to call it. I hope that it was great for you and your family. Today, we're going to be talking some very good recruiting news for our Tennessee Volunteers. Several players that I want to touch on here, but we are going to make this very quick because there are some games going on today that I know a lot of y'all want to watch. So if you're off today and if you get the opportunity to watch the games, to watch this, video that we're going to be putting out, please do us a very big favor. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and also like and subscribe even if you are working and watching this. That helps us out tremendously. Also, a very big shout out to all the members of this channel because y'all really are keeping this thing going. That is a great way to support what we're doing. And whenever you join, you will be getting exclusive film breakdown content that we're only bringing to the members of our team, of the teams that we're going to be facing up against, especially now with playoffs coming up. You're probably going to want to know what the heck is going on, and we break everything down for you. So thank y'all to everyone that is a member of this channel. You can become a member by clicking on the join button just below this video. And a huge shout out to the people that are donating to this channel because we got some very nice donations, over the past few days. So thank y'all so much for that. And you can donate as little as $1 by scanning the Cash App QR code, wherever that is on the screen. It will be in the top right-hand corner of the screen for this video, but you can also click on a link that will be down in the description below. Thank y'all so much for all of the support. And again, please do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. All right, so we'll be starting off with David Sanders Jr. There's been a whole lot of back and forth here, and people have been freaking out, but I told y'all not to worry about it because I felt like he would end up in this class. At this point, even the insiders are saying the exact same thing. As soon as I hear that there's some sort of a contract issue, I knew that Tennessee would be able to beat out Ohio State with any sort of contract obligations that was going on behind the scenes. It was either going to be that or Ohio State was going to sign on to something that did not make any sense financially for their program. And yeah, I think that they're smart enough to not do that. So David Sanders is going to be saying put. This is just like NFL football, y'all, where agents want to put that last second deal out, like once we're getting very close to some sort of a deadline, just to, try to force our hand. And that's what they were doing here. That's what I was feeling. Now, it has been rumored that David Sanders might be going to Columbus this weekend to take in Ohio State versus Michigan. At this point, our insiders feel very confident that he won't be going there. Whether he does or not, I've told y'all, I've been consistent with it. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. He can go to that game, right? But it does not mean that he's going to be signing with Ohio State. I feel very strongly, the insiders feel very strongly. All the signs are pointing towards David Sanders will still end up in this class for our Tennessee Volunteers. So that's great news right out the gate. Now, let me get into a little bit of bad news for y'all, okay? Darrion Smith, 3-star defensive lineman. We want for him to play tackle for us. Sounds like he might be flipping to Auburn, okay? That one does hurt just a little bit, just from a depth perspective. But we've got plenty of other bodies that we already, have signed in this class. And, there's another one that we're about to talk about that Tennessee probably will sign in this class. And the transfer portal is always there. We talked about this a couple of days ago. Tennessee will have to go to the transfer portal to get some defensive tackle bodies. That's just what it is. That's how college football works these days, and I feel fine about it. That one, to me, even though Darrion Smith, yes, he's a good player, but that is not going to be a huge deal if he ends up flipping from Tennessee to Auburn or to anybody else. Now, the next player, Isaiah Campbell, 4-star defensive tackle. I think that he could play probably strong side DN as well. It sounds like he will be committing to our Volunteers. He has set a date of December the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. It could be the 4th, but either way, it's going to be next week that he will be officially announcing he was formally committed to Clemson, and then he decommitted from there. And he's loved Tennessee throughout this entire process, okay? But he does live about, 20 minutes away from North Carolina, who would be the other team that Tennessee is fighting against to land Isaiah Campbell. But Mack Brown has officially been fired. So I don't think that he's going to go there. And we've said that from Jump Street. Does not feel like Mack Brown will be there next year, however that would have transpired. We knew that that was coming. So feel very strongly about it. The insiders feel very strongly about it, that Isaiah Campbell will ultimately end up in this class. Next player is going to be Jayden Perlotte, 4-star linebacker from Beaufort, Georgia. Yes, I do have the inside info for y'all, and I will be bringing it to you. It sounds like Jayden, who is currently committed to USC, I do not think that he's going to end up playing at USC. I do not think that he's going to sign with them. That would leave our Vols in a very good spot because right now it's between Tennessee and USC. Where's he going to go? Like I've told y'all for a very, very long time, this is a signing day decision. We have to see what he does on signing day, but signing day is coming up here very soon. I think ultimately that Jayden will end up in this class, and that is based off of a lot of behind the scenes inside information. Now, the biggest issue here, the only thing that gives me pause, it doesn't, make me say, hey, he's definitely going to be in this class, is just because he did have a good NIL package before, but since he committed to USC, Tennessee has allocated some of those funds to other players naturally, right? That's what anybody would do. So at this point, the NIL might not be as much coming from Tennessee. It will probably be more coming from USC. Thing about it though, is that whenever they look at the whole, the whole deal, USC out there in California, the taxes are going to hurt you significantly. It's almost like 50% tax rate if you look at the state tax and also the federal tax. So with Tennessee having no state taxes, you could be, $200,000-$300,000 less in the state of Tennessee, and it's going to be very comparable to what you're getting out in Southern California. But also, his family can come and see him play a lot easier. So I do think that he would ultimately end up in this class with Tennessee. So all those things for me are great for our Tennessee Volunteers. Last player that we're going to be talking about today is 3-star safety Tim Merritt, who's currently committed to Miami, but our Volunteers did finish second. Sounds like things are still trending for our Tennessee Volunteers. Now, this will be a very similar situation as we just talked about with Jayden Perlotte, where how much NIL money does Tennessee have left to allocate to him? Because I know that Miami, down there are some very, very deep and long pockets. They can pretty much match anybody with NIL if it's somebody that they actually want. So if he's one of those players, then, they will match whatever Tennessee, counters with. But I do think that if you look at it from a longevity perspective, from a just basic, football perspective, as a player, Tennessee would be the better option. We are producing better safety play than Miami is. And that's with lesser talent. This is a much more athletic safety body that Tennessee could be bringing in. I don't know how much he would contribute next season. Not going to say that he won't, because I think that he does have the proper skill set to push some guys. But it's not about next year. It's about the future of this team. We got to add some more young athletic bodies to that room that can come down, fill and run support, but also, obviously that can play in coverage. And he's definitely one of those guys. And it does, again, at this point, feels like Tennessee is trending in the right direction. Would not be surprised if over the next week or so we hear more and more about Tim Merritt. So everything right now for our Tennessee Volunteers, as far as the recruiting front goes, it looks and it feels very good. It's very positive. Where I still think that we could finish with the top 5 class this season, and then next year's class 2026, which we have not talked about today. A lot of really good players in that class, that I feel like are trending towards Tennessee. But this class could end up top 5. Next year's class could end up potentially top 3 and maybe even more, number 1 in the entire country. So great things. That's really good news for our Tennessee Volunteers. But that's it for this video. Thank y'all so much for sticking all the way to the end. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, family, and other volunteer fans. And we will see y'all on the next one. Thanks. Peace.